WCW's STARRCADE 1997.
Honker.
This is a big, big moment in wrestling history, this one.
Yeah, okay.
WCW's highest grossing pay-per-view in history.
I imagine there's a massive drop-off after this one.
Oh, yeah. Despite the financial success of this show and the hype going into it, this is the moment where every single one of the seeds that will eventually destroy WCW 2.5 years later are planted.
Destroy it now. Destroy it now. Destroy it now.
Don't
wait that long.
Do you know what's really funny about it? I mean, it's famous really for having a botched main event.
Yes, okay.
At the moment where everyone was like, what's gone on? This is a disaster. This has been mishandled and everything. And what no one talks about is that is, in some ways, the least of its problems because the rest of it is absolute dog shit. It's just appalling.
Well, you watch the opener and you sort of go, oh, okay. Okay.
I had no recollection that it was, I thought it was strong undercard and botched main event.
Right.
And you just watch it and you just go, no, this is all bad.
Piece of shit from start to finish.
And how? You see the talent they've got there. And it's just, you've got wrestlers being dishonest. You've got management losing control. You've got cards being changed at the last minute as the show goes on. You've got overbooking because everyone is refusing to just do jobs. So you're beginning to go, how do we get out of this? You've got too many people in confusing angles. You keep repeating those confusing angles like match to match. As soon as the bad things started happening, it's like everyone in the company just began running towards them. It's just like massive problem, and they're like, yeah! And this show has, I think the person who's featured most in it for the amount of time he spends on screen because of matches and run-ins is Vincent, aka Virgil. He is on the pay-per-view more than Hulk Hogan or Sting. It's the longest match, the match they give the most time to. Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, no. Chris Benoit and Perry Saturn, no. Marcus Bagwell and Lex Luger.
Yeah.
They're like, that deserves the longest go because that will be the best. Just so many mistakes. This set their live attendance gate for WCW. It was set on the first day of tickets going on sale. They sold 11,036. That was on the first day in the pre-internet age, so a real hot show. It only sells another sort of 6,000 in the build-up, and that was typical of WCW. You would announce a show, everyone would be excited, and the more you talked about it, the more people were like, I'm not sure now.
I watched the Nitro, and I don't think this is good.
It's confusing. They got a total of $389,000 for the ticket sales, which today just seems a really small amount of money. You know, the biggest show you've ever done made 400 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't seem
well,
possible.
What's that? So 400 grand back then.
97
grand. Inflation calculator. While I find that out, do you want to hear Dusty Rhodes' confusing little monologue at the start of it?
Please. This is the one about Destiny.
Yeah.
This is a big event that the whole world is waiting to see. Well, I tell you what, Tony, Destiny, from the time that you want to be a great athlete, leads you to a final place, leads you to a big event. Destiny has brought Hollywood Hulk Hogan here. Destiny has brought Sting here. Destiny has brought the world all over here for this big, huge event. Let me tell you what, without controversy, with controversy, Sting, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, this is why you put on the tights. This is why you go hours on the road. This is why you train hard. This is what it's all about, guys. What we need to do is tie these horses to this post outside. Get on through them swinging doors, because there's a fight about to break out right here at STARRCADE.
It's going to be the biggest fight ever. Now, fans, there's another...
He rescues it by the end, but Shivani is just staring down the lens going, I'm not even staring at it.
And then Shivani absolutely undercuts it where he goes, it's going to be the biggest fight ever. And it's like, that's what you do. For Rhodes to do such an underbaked thing, it's so unusual to hear him. He starts big, Destiny. And then there's like 5 words and he's like, big pause. And I've never seen Dusty do a big pause.
Never seen him lose it.
The fact he goes from Destiny has brothers here, all the way through to going, now they're the Wild West Saloon. And the doors, you got to bang through the little doors.
Little doors. Little swinging door. Little bit of word.
We got from Destiny to a saloon. I don't...
He's resting on his database of terms, isn't he?
He is. He's going back to 75 with that one, isn't he? You know? Now, imagine one's Walter Mondale. Right? That's very confusing. Michael Dukakis. Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay along with Dusty on this. And whenever I see Mike Tenay, I think to myself, oh, we're going to be seeing some modern moves.
Right.
That's the only reason they bring in Professor Mike Tenay.
$750,000.
Oh, good.
That's nowadays.
I mean,
still not huge, is it?
And
yeah.
the fact that you aren't drawing $1 million, although I mean, I say that, I think there are WrestleManias where they're like, it broke the $1 million mark. And you sort of go, this seems really badly priced.
I mean, spent a lot on
Imagine if you hired out like Wembley Stadium and they came forward and go, well, you've made profit.
money
You go, wonderful. And they go, you made £450,000. You'd be like, this is a disaster. I thought I was going to make at least £9 million.
Yeah.
This is awful. The buys on pay-per-view were also a WCW world record, 700,000. And that they never matched that again because people had seen this. And then, they'd had enough. But this was the culmination of so many sort of big things that they were running. This was supposed to be the night that WCW sort of launched their big fight back against the very, very dominant NWO. What that means in practice is there's just really annoying commentary where they're constantly hyping this up through all the matches that lead to it and therefore taking sort of any interest out of those. WWF never ever did that. They always concentrated on the match in hand. And even though they drop in references to, I heard Stone Cold Steve Austin's backstage. I wonder what's... They do tend to sort of get back into the match. Whereas here, quite a lot of the time, you'd be watching Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko and they're just talking about Larry Zbyszko. I mean, absolutely perplexing. The main event, of course, is the thing that really drew that buy rate. That was Hollywood Hogan taking on Sting for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Hogan representing the NWO and Sting representing the sort of spirit of WCW. And there'd been a year-long build-up to this match. Sting had basically become Batman. He would be in the rafters looking down, not saying anything. Later, of course, in TNA, he'd have a run as Joker Sting. It was
and that's not something I mean, we need to see that. No, we definitely need to see that. But why does wrestling audiences so goddamn into rip-offs? Like, they just seem fine with it.
They are.
I just never thought that would be part of their thing, because they're nerds by their very definition, and I'm a nerd by my very definition, but I would say, like, I'd see that and I sort of go, how are they getting away with this?
Like Joker Sting, I mean, that was never used on television. That is what we call that character.
Yes.
But they were just, it's Sting.
Yeah.
And he'd come out and go, why are you so upset?
Because he's such a jock. It's such a weird kind of thing for him to do. Hello, we start talking. Hi, how's it going? He talks like that all the time.
I've bombed the hospital. The funny thing is, like, when you see Batman Sting and Joker Sting, I thought to myself, it's like the two contrasting sides of any man, which are moody and demented. And Sting's sort of getting to play both of them within his career. He's Batman, and he's also been the Joker.
No. Rising up to the challenge of immortal in the eye of the stinger. Survivor?
You all right?
Yeah, hold on a minute now. That was Survivor, early 80s. Do you remember that?
Stinger, you all right, bro?
So glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked. I'm doing great. Man! Woo! I don't know. Feels like showtime every minute to me. I can't help it. I know. Sting, you've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
One man, rock a party like nobody can.
What made him turn into Joker? Was it kind of, did he have a bunk on the end?
I honestly don't know.
Right.
I think it was just he came back, and I think they were trying to redo this angle, but they were a bit like, silence won't cut it nowadays. Talking a lot and laughing well. That was very much the feel. But since Sting has been out of action, Hulk Hogan has been running around absolutely uncontrolled like a big spoiled baby.
Yeah.
Both in character and
outside.
backstage.
Yeah.
And so now Sting is coming back from the brick-strewn, roofless warehouse where he lives in the rain like a pigeon to basically boot Hogan up the arse. That is the big story. Hulk Hogan doesn't think that's the story.
No.
Hulk Hogan thinks there's another story that should be told, and by God, he's going to try and tell it tonight. There are, as you said, lots of WCW stars in the crowd as well. Mortis sitting there in his mask in a leather jacket and a striped Breton shirt. They'd have never have done that with Kane.
No.
They'd have never just said to Kane, turn up in normal clothes, wear a nice jacket, and then stick your mask on. You've got Greg Valentine is at the back as well.
He is, yeah.
Staring directly into the camera.
Every time.
Every time. Why?
Like a shoplifter.
I mean, why was he in WCW in late 97?
Just hanging out, vibes. Hanging out with Hulk.
I bring the party. Greg, you're overestimating what you bring, dude. I looked on Cage Match because I was so puzzled as to, the world at your feet, and you're like, we've got to get Greg Valentine in. And he was there for about 3 months in 97 and again in 98. And they just didn't have anything to do with him. So they were like, why don't you take on this jobber? And then they were like, why don't you take on Hugh Morris? And he'd, yeah, sure. And he'd do that. And it's like 5 matches each time. And they were just like, don't know why we got you in.
No.
Just perplexing. No. There's a great shot as well of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And he's wearing a full tuxedo. And he's got Old Glory wrapped up. And I love the fact with Duggan, you're just like, what we want you to do, don't just turn up in your pants, I want you to look smart. And he's like, well, I've got my pants or I've got a tuxedo. Nothing in between. Nothing in between. No. A tuxedo undoubtedly from the Slammies, 87. And I just love the fact that Duggan is, I'm either 100 miles an hour or 0 and I have nothing in between. Oh, so good. The first match, I mean, obviously the best match of the night, even though by their standards, I don't think this is one of their great matches. It's Dean Malenko taking on the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Eddie Guerrero. Malenko comes out first, so good. So good the way he comes out. He has a look on his face like, I've clocked in. This is my job. I take it very seriously. I'm not here to do all the razzle-dazzle. I'm here to manipulate people's joints, hopefully get a pinfall, and then go home.
Disrupt my core conspirators' flippy shit.
Yes.
At every point.
Yeah, I have no interest in razzle-dazzle and all that schmear. What we are going to do is I'm going to bend your arm for a bit. Once my allotted time is over, then I will silently leave. And that's what he does. Now, this Malenko character works so well in 97 because the crowd by now have really bought into it. And when he comes out silently and the crowd really react, you go, that's a great gimmick. When he was coming out silently and the crowd didn't react, you were like, you've got no personality. It's so odd how the reception makes sense of something. What's funny about Malenko in this is he does come out with that pissed off thing, but he was genuinely pissed off in this one. The reality was his wife was pregnant at the time, and he had said, my wife is going to be giving birth around the 27th, which is the day that STARRCADE is.
Yeah.
So WCW had said, okay, well, tell you what, if she is giving birth that day, the 27th, or she's already given birth, you can take STARRCADE off. You won't have to work. And they said, in that case, what we'll do is we'll bring in Rey Mysterio, and it'll be Guerrero versus Mysterio. So Dean Malenko's wife does give birth on Christmas Day. So he rings them up and says, well, I won't be coming to STARRCADE. And he notices they're not taking away the adverts for Malenko versus Guerrero on television. And he's a little bit uncertain about this whole thing. Anyway, they ring him up on I think the morning of STARRCADE, and they say, we're really sorry about this, but we've had some other no-shows. Kevin Nash is not going to be here. Conan's not going to be here. And the match that we had planned between Benoit and Raven, we know that's not going to go ahead. We've been falsely advertising it. And they said, we can't have another no-show.
Right.
So we're going to have to fly you into work. And he was given a private chartered jet. It cost the company $15,000. And when he came in, he was just absolutely furious that he'd been called at the last minute and had to come to work.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero then comes out, and Eddie, we knew he was good at the time. We knew he was great at the time. But it's only with retrospect that you can look back and you just go, everything he does tells you he's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
And how did we not say that from the moment we first saw him?
Massive cut above.
Oh, he's so charismatic. And the actual wrestling itself, the opening 10 seconds where he's just jawing at Malenko, but he's got the neck of the referee Charles Robinson, and he's sort of using him as a human shield while he does it. I thought that's the best thing I've seen this year. It's the best thing I've ever seen anyone do.
Kissing Dean's boots at one point. All that stuff.
It is a great match, but again, by the standards of these two, it's just fine.
Yeah.
Malenko really times his big moves. So just as you begin going a little bit bored about this armbar, Malenko will do a power bomb that is so hard, all of like your insides judder in sympathy for Guerrero. And there's a Falcon Arrow and just some big thumping, thudding moves that he does before he goes back to just, cradling your elbow. There's a bit as well where Malenko's over the rope and Eddie Guerrero grabs his head and does a jump to sort of bend him over the ropes. And normally that's done sort of face first on the neck and they bounce back off. And this is done with Malenko facing up to the ceiling. And I watched his back go and I just thought, I'd love someone to do that to me. I'd be so good. Hearing everything just pop and crack into place. That was gorgeous.
I've become a more efficient back. It's all in one place.
If only Eddie Guerrero was still alive, I could employ him to just hurt my back. There's a little cut to Ultimo Dragon as well, and he gets a huge cheer, oddly. I think by this point, they've grudgingly become to accept the fact that Ultimo Dragon is not Caucasian, and they're willing to accept it. And he gets a big cheer.
Well, Ultimo Dragon just sort of does looks to the camera.
Well,
it's a lovely gif that's been ungifted.
It is. Chris Adams is sitting next to Ultimo Dragon as well, and he's wearing his tinted driving glasses. To sort of really, he wants you to know he's in middle age now. He's very keen to convey that. But what's really good is when they get the cheer for Ultimo Dragon, Greg Valentine starts looking around like, what's going on? And the idea that Greg has never been in the arena and then heard a cheer, it's never happened. And he was just like, what the fuck is going on? Are they all right? The noise they're making. Very strange. There's a bit of miscommunication in this match as well. They do a sort of gut wrench, or I think Dean's hoping to do a powerbomb off the top, and Eddie Guerrero is going to do a Frankenstein. It's hard to tell what happens, but they have a miscommunication. And you can see there very much Malenko going, okay, I feel like, we've lost them a bit. So now it's time to do the hardest powerbomb I've ever done in my life. And he does that on Eddie Guerrero. Proper damage your insides. Yeah. Bumpy takes on that. And then it ends with Eddie doing a frog splash. He targets Dean Malenko's knee on that, and he sort of bounces on that and then pins him. And I did look at that and I kind of go, the psychology that's a little bit off. You target the knee and it has to be long enough that it features into the fall in some way. And just doing it right at the end, they're like, he's targeted the knee, and then he just pins him. You're like, irrelevant. And I did look at that, and I did sort of think, I shouldn't have to tell Dean Malenko or Eddie Guerrero.
No, I mean
they're working on a limb, but here we are.
It's like he's just remembered about the knee.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have done that start really.
Yeah. Oh, and that would have played into the end
because it sounds like I've just touched his knee and now it's killed him. Yeah, so I can pin him.
Exactly that. They let themselves down there.
Yeah. Rubbish.